Good afternoon. I hope everybody is well today on Tuesday the 7th of May 2019. Today what I would like to talk about is limited companies. Now, as an accountant, some of the things I get asked about quite often are limited companies. For example, some people want to know exactly what is a limited company. Others are more interested in exactly what the actual benefits are of setting up and trading through a limited company. Whereas others are interested in exactly how much it costs to set up a limited company or what are the annual costs for maintaining a limited company. Well, hopefully today I'm going to be answering some of those questions for you amongst others, and I will be providing you with some useful information and advice that you can take with you and move forward with confidence. Please don't forget, if you enjoy the information contained within this video, give this video a like and please subscribe to Tax 50 so that we can continue to provide you with all the information you need to help you confidently and competently navigate the world of business, accounting and taxation. Right then, first of all, let's get this out of the way. What exactly is a limited company? Well, a limited company is basically a privately owned company or entity where the legal responsibility of the owners towards the company debts is limited to the extent of the amount of capital they have invested. This is usually the share capital, and usually the share capital which is paid is between £1 and £100, and that is where the responsibility and the liability for the debts is limited to. First of all, the main reason why people incorporate a limited company is so that they can pay less in income tax. The reason for this is because the limited company is treated as a completely separate entity to the legal owner of the company. What this means is that you can usually earn exactly the same as a sole trader but pay a lot less in income tax, national insurance contributions and corporation tax combined than you would as a sole trader. One example I like to use is in this current fiscal year, that's the year ending the 5th of April 2020, as a sole trader, if you were to earn a net profit of £50,000, you would end up paying £1,633 more than an individual who made a profit of £50,000 and who was trading through a limited company. As I'm sure you can appreciate, that's quite a large savings in tax, and that's one very simple and straightforward reason for you to incorporate a limited company. Number two, the next major benefit of incorporating and trading through a limited company is that you have the benefit of the status of limited liability. So, if things don't work out with your business, the chances of you falling into any personal debt are substantially reduced. You also have a much smaller exposure towards HMRC on a personal basis. Number three, and one of the most important reasons for incorporating and trading through a limited company, is that you can protect your company name legally. Once your limited company has been incorporated, then your company name has legal protection. This means that no other limited company can be incorporated with the same name. It also makes it a little bit more difficult for any other company to trade under the same name as you. Number four, and one of the other major points that I like to cite for setting up, incorporating and trading through a limited company, is that a limited company looks more professional. The limited company is more likely to be perceived as being more professional and more legitimate than a sole trader. This is because most limited company trading records are in the public domain, and as a limited company you also have a point of reference through Companies House. This point of reference through Companies House becomes increasingly and more crucially important when you trade internationally and abroad in different jurisdictions and different territories. The fifth reason I like to include as to why you should incorporate and trade through a limited company is because you can legally employ your partner or your spouse and pay them in a tax efficient manner. What this basically means, for example, for this current year, the fiscal year ending 5th of April 2020, is that you and your partner could collectively earn a bring home net income of £100,000 a year, and you would still be left with just over £80,000 between the two of you collectively after you've paid tax and national insurance contributions and corporation tax. This means that number one, you avoid the higher earning tax bracket of 40%. Furthermore, you also make sure that you limit the amount of tax that you pay in general and also the amount of national insurance contribution. Number 6, something that I get asked quite often regarding limited companies is exactly how much does a limited company cost? Well, at the moment, if you know what you're doing, the cost of registering a limited company directly with Companies House is approximately £12. However, it is recommended that you use an incorporation agent or an accountant to do this on your behalf, where the cost would be anywhere between £40 to £100. However, incorporating a limited company for £100 through either an accountant or an incorporation agent usually comes with additional benefits such as personalised, bespoke and tailored advice which is relevant to you, along with the secure usage of the agent's address as your registered office address. This helps you with anonymity and also avoids some forms of junk mail. What it also does by using the agent's office as your registered office address is give you a little bit more of a professional address from which you can technically trade, and it means that suppliers will be more willing to engage with you and customers will be more willing to do business with you. Finally, I hope I have been able to answer some of your questions with this video. If you have any more questions or if you need any further advice, please feel free to contact Tax50 on the email as follows: support@tax50.uk, or of course you could always contact the office on 01942 538 239. Thank you very much for listening and good luck with your business.